In this video, I'm going to answer the age-old question when it comes to creating content. Should I focus on quality or quantity? So let's get into it. I've dealt with these two questions a lot at SGP Labs, as I've rapidly grown a multiple six-figure business on my way to seven figures, which absolutely requires a focus on quality. One of my clients, Summit CPA, has done the same, growing from $7 to $9 million in just a single year. And the only way you can have that type of growth with your video content is through quality content. You have to create content that makes people say, wow, I'm glad I saw that, and share that with their friends. But quantity was also part of that equation. You can see at one point I was around 10 pieces of content per week, and then we got up to about 60, and now we're breaking past 80 pieces of content a week, 87 to be exact. And Summit CPA has also mastered the quantity aspect as well. They run 3 different podcasts, they do webinars, and they're publishing content across social media. So the point I'd like to get across today is that it's not so much quality versus quantity, but how do these two have synergy together? How does quality interact with quantity and vice versa? And how do both of these work together to create momentum? In this video, I'm going to show you how they actually work together to create momentum. But first, I'm going to zoom into the problems you'll face as you create a single dollar from video content on your way to building a scalable content marketing machine that can generate multiple 6 figures or 7 figures, or transform your business from $7 to $9 million like it did Summit CPA. And it really starts with that first problem, which is making a single dollar from video online organically. And that just means posting a video to TikTok or LinkedIn and having that video create a client from them seeing it and then reaching out to work with you. Now, in order for that to happen, you are going to have quality content. And so the things you're going to have to overcome in order to create that quality content is actually creating engaging and shareable content. There are a lot of people creating content out there. And so in order for you to stand out, it has to be engaging. People have to say, wow, I'm really glad that I saw that. They have to start sharing that with their friends. That is ultimately what is going to cause someone to reach out and work with you. And in order to create that engaging, shareable content, you're going to need consistent action towards creating that content. And that's really where we start to see how quantity leads into quality, because it's quantity. It's taking that consistent action that's going to lead you to create engaging, shareable content. And also, in order to create engaging content, you're going to need to develop some sort of feedback loop where you're getting feedback from the marketplace that your content is what they want. So in order to get that quality content, you're going to need to solve that initial problem, which is making a single dollar, and you'll need to overcome these different things. And to do that, the solution is really to get over any fear or imposter syndrome that you might have. You're going to need some sort of system or ability to generate persuasive ideas. And you'll need to develop a belief and a commitment and a way to hold yourself accountable to create that engaging content on a consistent basis, to develop that feedback loop. And you'll have to develop some sort of thick skin to get past the lack of initial results. So again, you can see how quantity is going to help lead to that quality, because you can't get good at something unless you do it a fair amount. So that quantity equation is going to help create the momentum between these two different things. And once you're creating quality content, you're going to generate that first sale. And that first sale is going to give you some validation and momentum towards creating even more content. And once you start getting that validation to create even more content, you're going to run into the next problem, which is really just stress and overwhelm of creating that much content. You're going to have a new problem. It can become quite chaotic when you have lots of content and additional people. You're going to have tons of video, text, and images just to manage from an organizational standpoint. How are you going to store all that? How are you going to make sure everyone knows where that is? And now you're going to have a new team with new skills. So how are you coordinating all those different people together with all of this content? And then it just starts to become more time consuming, and you're having to acquire a bunch of new skills and people. And so to really solve this problem, a solution must maintain quality and even improve quality over time, must maintain quality and even be able to improve quality as you scale up. It has to be extremely efficient. And for most businesses, it needs to be cost effective. Once you get the validation that you can generate money, and then once you start to get the validation that you can generate a scalable revenue source when you create more content, you'll be able to justify the cost, but you always want to keep it cost effective. Now, the solution to this problem really needs to include hyper-organization and a distribution system that can help get all that content out to social media or wherever you might be publishing all of this content online. And I do that with content automation. So this system that you see here that's able to track all of the content that I'm distributing, how much I have scheduled, how much is ready, and how much is not ready, is achieved through my content engine database that manages every single piece of content that I've ever created with a direct link to the copy, the image, and the media, and helps me keep track of all of the content that is assigned to individual team members. It also helps me with distribution across multiple marketing channels. It's just a hyper-organized creation process with a distribution system that is all automated. And the solution must also include all of the workflows to help the team get everything done. You see here, we always keep track of how videos flow through the system, into post-production, through quality control, and then through distribution. And we use the best tools like Descript that can help us create a bunch of clips and vertical videos for platforms like TikTok with cutting-edge captions. You can see those as I play through it here. And then in order to maintain maintain that quality and even improve it as you scale, you have to have content guidelines that show your video editor what the objective is and what they should do, and even providing examples so that as you scale up, you can maintain that quality and even improve it. And team communication becomes vitally important as well. And the content engine database also keeps everyone aligned with notifications for the team on various videos that are ready to review and what they have outstanding as well. So again, when you zoom out again, you can see it's not quality versus quantity, because in reality, these two work together very closely to help you build momentum towards solving the problem of creating quality content and also overcoming the stress and overwhelm of creating a lot of content and keeping them in balance to create momentum. Because when you have synergy between quality and quantity, that momentum will grow to help create scalable revenue and help rapidly grow your business. So I hope you found that video valuable. In the next video here, I'm going to go deep on how to create a sales generating content machine. How do you create, how do you repurpose, how do you distribute, and how do you keep your team aligned with automation to create a sales generating content machine that includes both quality and quantity in order to build that scalable revenue engine. So go ahead and click on that video and I will see you there.